Hey everyone, welcome back to Bill's Retro Gaming Show, and I am back today with some more retro gaming news. The first thing I want to start with is some new games released for the Nintendo Switch Online, specifically for the Genesis. So Nintendo has released three new games, or three retro games I should say, for the Genesis system on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. The first one was Alien Soldier, which looks like a really fun, run and gun kind of a game. Very interesting play mechanic with the ability to switch between four different weapons at any time as you're running through. Looks like a lot of fun. I checked this one out already. A little tough to get used to that weapon switching mechanic, but it's really a lot of fun and definitely a different type of game. So definitely one to check out. Next is Light Crusader. Light Crusader is an isometric action RPG kind of a game. I haven't really checked this one out before, but it looks very familiar, something I definitely remember from back in the day. And listen, if you like action RPGs and you like that kind of isometric look like this one has, then this might be worth checking out too. And finally is Super Fantasy Zone. This is in that whole Fantasy Zone, Parodius type of gameplay mechanic where you've got your ship that moves around just shooting things on screen. You can pick up different weapons as you go. This one's kind of neat in the fact that you kind of go back and forth on the playfield, taking out the different enemies until you get them all out to complete each stage. And it's really a lot of fun and very colorful. So that's it for the Sega Genesis games. So along with releasing new games for the Sega Genesis, which, you have to have the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack to get, if you have that expansion pack and you also happen to own Mario Kart 8, well, they have just released the first 8 tracks to the DLC for Mario Kart 8. And like I said, if you are an expansion pack member, then you get these just as part of the membership. You don't have to pay extra for the DLC. So here's a look at the first of the booster course packs for Wave 1. And I gotta say, these courses are a lot of fun. I was checking them out earlier today. Definitely had a good time with them. I gotta say, I was really curious how they were gonna handle the Mario Kart Tour courses. And I really liked the way they did it here, because the way that they worked it out is with each lap, it opens up a different section of the course. So you're playing, through like a different playthrough with each lap of the course. And it just gives it a little more variety and makes it a lot of fun. And, I know people were a little worried about the way the graphics would look for these courses, but I gotta say, I thought they did a really great job. I think they look fantastic. I think they play a lot of fun. And I think people are going to have a really good time with these. So, again, if you are a Mario Kart 8 owner and you have the expansion pack, you could check them out. If you're not on the expansion pack, it does cost $25, but you will get access to all 48 eventually. It might be worth waiting to see what some of the other courses are before you pay the whole $25. But I gotta say, I enjoyed them. I thought they were a lot of fun, and I could definitely see myself playing them more. I'm looking forward to maybe getting in a few matches playing with my daughter and my wife, and maybe just having a really good time with these. So the first few are available right now. So let's move on to some news about iiRcade. And there's a couple of things to talk about here. First and foremost is the fact that they've just dropped 3 new games for the system. And the first one up is a game called Oil's Well. Now, Oil's Well is actually a ColecoVision game. And I'm trying to remember this one. I think I do remember this one from back in the day. I had a lot of ColecoVision games back in the day. It was one of my first systems and something I had a lot of fun with. And this one just has a really interesting play mechanic where you're kind of digging these pipes and you have to eat all these little dots and creatures and not let the creatures touch the pipe. And it's a very interesting kind of fun play mechanic. So if you are into ColecoVision games, this is one to check out. I believe this is available for $2.99 right now on the iiRcade store. Next up is a game called Rally Bike. Rally Bike is a top-down motorcycle game, and it is made by Taoplan. I tell you, iiRcade has been putting a lot of Taoplan Tatsugen games on their system lately, and most of them are just super, super fun. This one looks like a really good time, has some very interesting play mechanics in the fact that you've got to not only speed through and not crash into things, but you've also got to watch your gas and, you know, race the other bikers and stuff. So it just looks like a really fun play mechanic. I think people are going to have a lot of good times with this. And I believe this one actually does have leaderboards to it. Not 100% sure on that, but you know, if it does, then I think people are going to really enjoy that even that much more. This one retails on their site for $7.99. And finally, we have their surprise drop, which came after their live stream yesterday, and that's Truxton 2. And I gotta tell you, if you are a fan of these Taoplan Tatsugen shooters, you're gonna really like this one too. Obviously, the follow-up to the original Truxton. This one is just another crazy fighter, you know, top-down shoot 'em up. This one's kind of cool in the fact that it actually lets you play 2 players at the same time. And I know for sure this one has leaderboards. So if you're into just trying to play these games and get on the leaderboards of iiRcade, this is definitely going to be one for you. So check this one out. This one retails for $9.99. Now I want to bring up just a couple of other pieces of news in terms of iiRcade. And the first thing involves, you know, I'm just going to say Rastin 3. I know it's got a big long name. It's like Warrior Blade episode Rastin 3, something, I don't know. I can never remember the full name of it. It's Rastin 3, okay? Now, some of you may be aware that there were some graphical issues with Rastin 3 involving the Pixel Perfect emulation on it. It was like, because that game is actually a 2-screen game side by side, there was something weird where like half the screen was Pixel Perfect and half the screen was like pixel smoothing on it. Honestly, I think a lot of people just, I mean, you had to really, really look close to even notice it, but apparently people did notice it, and they did say something to iiRcade. Well, the good news is they heard you, they're fixing it, and it's going to be fixed in their next official firmware update for the iiRcade system. So they're not pushing out an update just for the fix for Rastin 3. It's actually going to be a few things in there from the sound of it, but that graphical fix will be coming, and probably within the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that. But you know what? They heard you, and they're going to be doing it. Another thing with the iiRcade that they talked about on Friday night's live stream was online play coming. And they're going to be just doling out more and more information as that gets closer and closer, including within the next few weeks letting us know what the initial games that are going to allow for online play are going to be, and then giving a full, well, a better roadmap. Maybe not full, because I don't think they know exactly every game that's going to get it on their system right now, but they are definitely going to be giving a roadmap for the first several games that will allow for online play. So even if the one you like isn't in the first batch, you'll have a good idea of when that one's going to be getting it. And I gotta say, one of the things I really like about iiRcade, even though I don't own one yet, is, you know, their transparency. They are really good at letting people know what their plans are. They do seem to be really good at getting the word out. They do seem to be really good at listening to what people want and making the changes that people ask for, or at least, you know, thinking about it and saying that they're thinking about it. You know, even if the answer is ultimately no, at least they're telling you, hey, we heard you, but we're not going to do that. So, you know, I can actually respect a company like that, you know, that listens and that listens to that feedback and gives the community the answers. So I just hope, you know, as they continue to grow, as they continue to become a bigger company, that they keep that up. I think that's going to give a lot of good faith towards the people who have already bought the system and towards the people who are thinking about buying one of the systems like I am. Now, I've said this before, and I will say it again. I'm waiting for those 2.0 cabinets that were announced at CES. I don't want to buy one until I see that, see how much it is compared to the originals, see exactly what the new features are and all. Plus, I'm just not, again, I don't have the place for it right now until my game room is all put together. So that's, another easy reason why I can hold off. But I'm definitely interested in more of that. Now, if you didn't see, like I said, they do a live stream. I believe it's every Friday, or at least it's every week when they bring out new games and they have new things that they want to announce. So this past Friday they did a live stream, and I sat on it and I actually asked the question about whether or not there would be any word on those 2.0 iiRcades. And to Michael's credit, he did answer it as best as he could at the time. But rather than me telling you what he said, why don't you just listen to his words?
A word on iiRcade 2.0 is, again, we don't quite have a name for you yet, but very shortly we will definitely have a name for you to give out. Yeah, just stay tuned on that for the next iterations of the cabinet that you see behind me right here too. Again, this one's just a prototype. This is not even a finalized one. So just wait. Again, it's not going to change too much as far as the body goes from here. But yeah, I can tell you 100% that Dead Cells, again, will be one of the official cabinets decals that are coming with those on launch day as well too, right? So we will start doing that kind of stuff very soon in the upcoming weeks. Pay close attention to iiRcade. We got a lot going on, so stay tuned.
So there you go, guys. There you have it, right from them directly. So no word yet, but coming soon. And they have confirmed again that the Dead Cell skin is going to be one of the first ones that they plan to produce. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like, what all the features are going to be like, and how much it's going to be, and all that kind of stuff. Still, things we don't know. But I was super excited that I got to ask that question and that he answered it in that way. I'm like I said, would I have loved to have heard everything about them and found out that they're going to be available next week? Sure, but I appreciate the honesty and the openness on it. So there you go. Just a little bit more information on what are, I guess, eventually to be the 2.0 versions of the iiRcade cabinets. And finally, I just want to talk about the Golden Tee XL cabs again for a minute, because it looks like a lot of people who ordered those, especially if you ordered it day one directly from Arcade1Up, are seeing shipping notifications. Here is somebody on Reddit who said, Golden Tee shipped today. Just thought I'd let people know to expect it soon in the US. My direct order from A1Up just shipped. And I'm seeing a few people have posted this, that they've seen shipment confirmation of their unit. I think somebody even said they expected to get it sometime this week, the 23rd. So those are all good news. And if you got it, if you got shipment confirmation, let me know in the comments. I happen to know some of the YouTube guys who have ordered it, have also gotten their shipment confirmations. I'm looking forward to their reviews coming soon for sure. And yeah, just stay tuned for more info as it comes out. Well, that's it for today for Retro News. I will be back again shortly. My next video should be in the next day or so, and I plan to do some more on the big leaks that just happened with Arcade1Up. I want to start looking at some of the like I said, basically the big three. The NFL Blitz, Time Crisis, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or 2.0 or whatever it actually turns out to be, and just talk some more about not so much do I think those are actually coming, because I think we've already discussed that. It's still it's still a maybe. It's not confirmed. It's confirmed. But let's talk about what other games besides those three we think are going to be on that. All right, and I think that's going to be my next video. So look for that coming soon. As always, thank you for watching. If you're a subscriber, I definitely appreciate it so much. Love all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure you hit that subscription button, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified each time that I put out a new video, and give this a like, share it around if you want. Any of that. It just helps the channel grow, and I'll look forward to talking to you guys again in the future. Have a good one.